Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. So I'm just jumping in here and I'm going to do a face-to-face reading with you all. I did a couple of readings last night on a couple of my older platforms. I'm sorry about the way that I look. If you are brand spanking new, I'm dealing with a really hardship right now and trial of my faith, and I'm just having to stand firm. And once I'm completely on my feet, I won't look like this anymore, but it is what it is. I'm not a superficial person at all. I spent 7 days in a cold, broken down vehicle all by myself, stranded here, where I've actually been stranded for over a year and a half, but I couldn't pay for shelter prior to those 7 days that I was forced to go and stay in my Jeep, which is still broken down here at this hotel. And a couple of people came through the other day and gave me 3 days. This is my last day of shelter. It's taken me about that long to recoup. Those of you who have been in the cold like that without anything at all, it takes a will to fight. It's something that I've never had to experience in my entire existence, and should have never and shouldn't have to experience. Nobody should. I have great big question marks of why nonsense is taking place. I've never not been without any kind of resources from a job or insurance paid into for things, and I was just deliberately shut down on purpose. And when I was working this last time and somebody's just sought my life, it's just disgusting, folks. It's unethical. And anyway, I just called. I've been calling the shelters every day. And I just called them again, and she said that they just called all of the shelters as well. As I was on the phone with them, she said everybody's at capacity, and I was like, oh my God. And I mean, today I have shelter, but if anybody is able to help pay for a couple of nights of stay here, if anybody knows where my family is, my name is Shannon Hensley. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri at the extended stay by Worlds of Fun. And I've been trying to find my family. I don't know if they're behind this or blackmailed, or I don't know if they're even remaining even still. I don't know. My brother was a cop in Perkins, Oklahoma. He was a chief of police for many, many years. And somebody hacked in on his Facebook to tell me he was murdered and that my younger brother was killed as well. I don't know if that's true information. I don't know. People played games with me, and I deserve help. I'm dealing with dirty officials here in this city, and it makes it challenging when you are dealing with dirty officials, folks. And I want a conversation. I got so many wounds that are unclosed, and I want to know why. When I just was up and just working, busting my butt, building my money, doing my own thing, not messing with somebody or anybody, and just somebody just come along, started messing with me and doing some crap. Why? Because I have talent around me. The music industry got my music, and it's unacceptable in any country for any person to do anything to anybody, and I got to suffer because somebody else wants my things. It's wrong. I don't want to have to go back out in my Jeep. It's freezing. I literally took all the clothes that I knew that I could put around my feet, and I had one small little blanket to throw over the coat that I had, and a big pillow over me just to kind of block out the cold. You have not, unless you understand what I'm talking about, I'm talking to people that you have no idea what that feels like. Even just your head just completely wrapped, and every once in a while you got to get a vent in to breathe, because you can't stand having to have that vent for very long because it's that cold. We just had a blizzard yesterday, and so there's now snow out there. I just want the things that are rightfully mine. I want justice. I need help, and I don't know what to do. But I call out up on the Most High God, and He says that His children work through. He works through His children. That's how the true kingdom's set up. And so people say, "Oh, I love God," and you don't do nothing that God tells you and I to do, then you're a lost cause, and you're in vain in your words. It's not what we say; it's what we do. And my faith was tested so hard last week, and nobody's going to take my soul. The people that are guilty, you're not going to take my soul. Those of you who have come along and helped me, you've got such a reward from the Father of heaven. I woke up the other day just shivering. It was a day that I actually freaking peed my pants, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because just to go to the bathroom, I have to walk, and I couldn't make it. I finally got out that day, and I got to the entrance of the gas station. I was like, oh my God, I felt it. I started to pee, and I was like, oh my God, because, I did good enough to just change my shirt every day and to have to go down and at least change my underpants, but there's no washing. Food is, an issue as well. There's a lot of homeless in the area where I am stranded at, and there's no shelters out here. Everything's downtown, and what is close here, there's only like a couple of hours a day that they're open, and it's just like, and then have to get there. And my dilemma is, my birthday was December the 2nd, and I had no way to get to the DMV because I'm dealing with somebody who's been seeking my life, for one thing. And my license just expired. I need to get to the DMV to get my license renewed. It's just expired now. It's ridiculous. And my vehicle's tagged, but it's not insured, so I need insurance. And somebody put a battery in it the other day for me, but we couldn't get it to start. And the guy said that he thought that because the way that the car is tilted, that the gas couldn't flow up to catch it because it's set for so long. And we tried to push it, and it was just the way that it said it was too heavy for he and I. And so he left, and he was just a helping hand, and I was grateful. So I do have a battery for it, but it's not starting. But I think that's the only thing. There is something that needs to be fixed in a very major way on my vehicle that another mechanic looked at it and said, I wouldn't drive it very long, but you can drive it for a little bit, on a part that should have been fixed originally when it was in the shop that I've talked about many, many times. But I need insurance. I will need it tagged in the next 30 days, but it is fine right now. I need my driver's license renewed. I need shelter over my head. I had a job interview the other day, and tomorrow I'm supposed to go back, but it's like, now I've got these dilemmas though that are hanging from somebody who's done this to me. I had a job that I worked 6 days a week. I was making decent money, and somebody did this to me. And I'm not going to shut up. I'm hurt, folks. I'm hurt. God forbid somebody just come up on your life and do that to you. What would you do? Well, I'm not going to let them kill me. I have too much to offer in this world. My breath matters just as much as the person that did this to me. I guess their breath mattered at one time. If they're gone and their soul is out of them, then they're just a lost demon walking an earth in a very karmic way and need to go to the pit of hell. And that's what came out yesterday in a reading. Somebody did something nasty. I need help. If you are able to help in any way, shape, or form, I have a PayPal and a Cash App down below. If I can just raise $3,000, that's enough to put shelter over my head, to call a person to tow my vehicle into a place to get it fixed, and to figure some way to get to the DMV, get it, tagged, to get insured, and then I'm on my feet. That $3,000 is not a lot, but it's huge when you don't have it. I shouldn't even have to get up in here and say anything about my finances, but somebody's done this deliberately to me, folks. I need help. It's emergency, especially today, because I don't want to go out in my car and sit in that cold again. gross and somebody that would just sit there and watch people do that. I've talked to many people that are homeless out here, and it's devastating. It's devastating over the city to know that when you call every day, no, we're full, no, we're full, no, we're full, call back, keep trying, keep trying. And also to get phone calls saying, yeah, well, we have a freezing cold shelter, but it has to be below zero or hit zero for anybody to have beds in there for some people. And again, having to get down there and to secure a bed, if there's even one when you get there, and if it's like 15 degrees, well, we're sorry, we'll have to let you sit out here until it's 0 degrees. What kind of crap is going on in our earth? Obviously, there's people that need help. It looks bad on leadership. I think I'll just leave this here. I'll get back on and do a reading. Please pray for me. Please help me. Shalom.